Hello, beautiful friends. I am Ginny. I am an EFT tapping coach. I'm a transformational coach and I use a lot of tapping in my practice. And today I'm going to share with you a brief meditation on trust or building the trust muscle. So it's just going to be 5 or 10 minutes just to give you a little sample of the work we do at Ginny Life. So as you feel ready, go ahead and close your eyes. Sit up nice and tall. Imagine that having that spine nice and long will allow more oxygen to come into the body, and that may allow you to stay more present during the meditation. Notice that you're seated on something, so connected to something, and it's really great if you can have your feet connected to something as well. So I have my feet on a cushion. You can also have your feet on the floor. Take in a nice deep inhale and exhale. And take your attention to the center of the head. And notice your breath. Perhaps extending the inhales and the exhales just a little bit. Notice that you have a space around you. It goes 2 or 3 feet in every direction that is filled with your vibration. Your vibration is as unique as your fingerprint, and it works best in your space. And you have it around you. Notice from the center of your head what comes up when you hear the word trust. Notice if an emotion or word comes up that you perceive to be negative. And if it does, imagine that you can let it go, that you can usher it out of your space. There are a number of ways to do that. I always like to imagine that I'm grounded to the earth. If you are a fan of grounding cords, you could imagine sending that emotion out of your space and into the earth through the grounding cord. Another thing you could do is just imagine that you're pushing it out of the space. You could push it over to the ocean or to the mountains or to some other favorite place that you like to send things to. If you're having a negative emotion, a negative reaction, there's a good chance it's not yours. And so you can move it out and see how that changes things for you. Notice what comes up when I say self-trust. What comes up when you consider trusting yourself or trusting your intuition, trusting your life experience? What comes up? Again, if it feels like it's not comfortable or that it might not be true or that it's something that could be perceived as negative, imagine that you're going to let that leave your space. And it can be very simple and quick. And then notice how you're feeling now. From that space of neutrality in the center of your head, are you able to take perhaps a deeper breath? Take a nice deep inhale and exhale, and see if you can extend the exhale. Releasing any resistance that comes up when you consider developing the muscle of self-trust. Trusting your intuition, trusting your own guidance, trusting that your life experience is leading you where you want to go. What gets in the way? Can you begin to soften that resistance? What does it feel like as you soften that resistance? Can you take a deeper breath? Can you extend your aura that space around you that's holding your energy. Perhaps it was going 2 feet in every direction, and now you're going to expand it to 2.5. How does that feel? Are you able to make a little more space for trusting yourself? Are you able to consider that as you learn to trust yourself, your ability to trust others and to trust life itself will change? Consider that that can be done in a gentle way and at a pace that works for you. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Notice what comes up when you think to yourself, I have a lot of trust in myself. What comes up when you say to yourself, I trust my inner guidance? And if these things that are coming up are negative, you can very quickly let them go and move on to the next thing. What comes up next after you release the negative? And what comes up next after you release the negative again? Meditation can take a little practice, and self-trust can take a little practice. And everybody's on a different timetable because we have each lived a different life. So notice your truth. And notice that there is a gold sun above your space. And imagine that you might call into that gold sun all of the trust that you have left in other places. You forgot it at school. You forgot it at the airport. You forgot it in traffic. You forgot it at the grocery store. When something happened that surprised you or didn't please you, you left a little trust behind. Imagine you're going to call that back into that gold sun, just gently and easily. And then you're going to shine that down onto your space and let it come in. Let it fill in all those places where you released energy, where you released a little bit of negative emotion. Filling up your space with your own trust that you're calling back in. Your own vibration feels better in your space than it does anywhere else. Welcome it back in, allow it to be easy. And when you feel like you're filled up, we will begin to come out of the meditation. Take another deep inhale and exhale. And as you feel ready, gently open your eyes and begin to look around the space that you're in. I like to look in the 4 corners of the room that I'm in sometimes. Eye movement is really great, perhaps moving your eyes in a circle. Perhaps focusing in on different things in the space that you're in, big things and little things, bringing yourself back into the body awareness. And take a big inhale. And if you like to take a stretch after you meditate, go ahead and stretch. And perhaps bend over and touch the floor. Sitting back up. Namaste. Thanks for joining today for this very brief meditation. Namaste.